good, y'all, man? Diddy lawyer drops bombshell on the Freakoff videos. Before we get into this video, man, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe and show your love and support to Cuff Boys. You feel me? Who we getting this video from? You get what I'm saying? But let's get into this video, man.
Any fair-minded viewer of these videos will quickly conclude that the prosecution of Mr. Combs is both sexist and puritanical. They just called the government sexist. P. Diddler's lawyers have requested a modification of the terms of the protective order on videos of the Freakoffs. So there's 9 videos of the Freakoffs, right? Right now, Diddy's lawyers can only watch those videos under supervision. His lawyers say they're exculpatory and they prove his innocence. Especially with victim 1, they say she's thoroughly enjoying herself, if you know what I mean, boys.
So his lawyers is saying that they got 9. First of all, they got 9 Freakoff videos. That's crazy. 9? That's diabolical. That means this really be going on. They got 9 Freakoff videos. On top of the fact that they only could view the videos with supervision. On top of the fact that the lawyers said that one of the defendants was thoroughly enjoying themselves. I wonder who that female victim is. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a high name celebrity. You get what I'm saying?
I read this whole document, hit subscribe. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got United States v. Sean Combs. Dear Judge S. I'm not even going to pronounce that and look like an idiot. We write on behalf of our client, Sean Combs, to request a modification of the terms of the protective order to require the government to electronically produce videos described in paragraph 12A and 12C of the indictment. The protective order includes a novel provision making this video evidence available for inspection only and not electronically produced. Having reviewed these videos, it is now abundantly clear that they confirm Mr. Combs' innocence and that their full exculpatory value cannot be investigated and used unless they are electronic. Diddy's lawyers are saying they watched these videos and they're actually exculpatory evidence that proves his innocence. I think they're just freak-off videos of them all having sex and banging at these parties. That's the only thing it can be, right? Rule 16A1E expressly requires production of copies of such materials to the defense, and there's no plausible good cause to restrict access to them under Rule 16D1. Accordingly, they should be produced in the normal so that the defense may evaluate and use them in the same manner as the other Rule 16 and Brady material. So here it is. The 9 videos at issue are the so-called freak-off tapes with victim 1. The government has repeatedly referenced, causing wild speculation in the media. Contrary to what the government has led this court and the public to believe, the so-called freak-offs were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in a long-term relationship. Interesting. Who's victim 1?
Listen, y'all. Hold up, wait. Think about that video with J-Lo, Diddy, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and them 2 other people that they had, and then they try to blur faces out to all you see is J-Lo, Diddy, and Jay-Z. Yeah. I'm telling you, think about why Jada and Will going through what they going through. Jada be getting so much other dick, she don't even like goddamn this nigga dick, man. They cool. Hey, he cool with August Alsina to be in the relationship. Not cause nigga, this what they do in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This all allegedly. I'm not saying this for facts, but you know, I got a conspiracy theory of mine, so that's what we going with. You feel me? But let's get back to this video, man.
Is victim 1 one of his girlfriends that he had? Because it says long-term relationship. Like many Americans in the privacy of their bedrooms, they sometimes film their sexual activity. These videos show that the person alleged in the indictment to be victim 1 not only consented, but thoroughly enjoyed herself. Okay. This is the most wild shit I've ever read in a legal filing. Thoroughly enjoyed herself is crazy. These recordings corroborate what witnesses have told the government, namely that victim 1, so all this is redacted about who victim 1 is. The recordings also directly refute the allegations that Mr. Combs kept these videos as collateral. These recordings were not on Mr. Combs' devices and were not seized from his homes. Rather, victim 1 kept these videos on her own device for years and produced them to the government herself. Interesting. So they're saying Diddy never even had possession of these. And the girl did. Diddy, don't blow my car up for making these videos, please. Moreover, contrary to normal scintillation.
I ain't gonna lie. I know Diddy gonna beat this case. I'm gonna be real. I know Diddy gonna beat this case. I know he is. But I still think that nigga guilty. It got to be some show fire. I know them niggas in the industry be on some wicked shit. And it be some wicked people. And the wicked people that with him be the ones that can get him free. You get what I'm saying? No. I don't trust none of that. And I know a lot of people they got their own sentiments and thoughts of like, oh, they just trying to harm a black man, but like that nigga didn't give a fuck about black people or the black community. He ain't a name a well-to-do black artist that was ever signed to Bad Boy. When y'all leave that in the comments. If y'all go think about that, figure that out. You can't say Faith Evans shit. She was married to Biggie and then got married, had to go to marry Stevie J. She couldn't even like, she ain't get nothing. I'm just saying, name a well-to-do black person for him to be in such a position. He never put nobody on. He never helped no black person. He didn't do nothing. Nothing. He raped, robbed, and pillaged the black talent that was in the black community. In my opinion, I'm sorry. A lot of people might go against it and they might not. I don't care. It's okay. It's okay for me to have my own opinion. But I'm just saying, that's what I think. I don't really got no respect for Diddy Combs because he was the front runner until the Democrats knew he was going to be dealing with this. They paid Plies and Charlemagne to do what they do. You get what I'm saying? This election, because the Democrats, he was their number one shield. Especially to influence the black community to stay on the plantation. And I'm not saying to be a Republican either, but to just be a free thinker and have your own thoughts in your own mind to choose whether you want to be a libertarian, a Republican, a Democrat, and whatever other faction of the political arena is. You get what I'm saying? Like, until they let people had that type of choice, yeah, I don't believe none of these folks at all. And definitely Diddy. You feel me? I ain't saying he guilty, but I'm saying he guilty of something. Might not be all list that they talk, but he guilty of something. He did something wrong. I don't know. Let's just get back to the video.
Media reports, the videos do not depict sex parties. There are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels, no minors, and no such as a hint of coercion or violence. The videos show adults having consensual sex, plain and simple. At bottom, this case is about whether victim 1 was or was not willing to participate in her private sex life with Mr. Combs. The video confirms that she plainly was. Alright, these are strong claims. The only way to solve this, boys, right? Release.
Who victim 1? Cassie? Who victim 1? I think it's Cassie, because that's the one who came out in the whole case. Even I think, 50 said this whole case is just based off the Cassie and the guy. I don't know. We just speculate. We don't know no facts for sure. Everything we say and I say is alleged, but these court documents, that ain't alleged.
The videos, boy. See it. I'm just kidding. Is that out of pocket? That's probably out of pocket. Sorry, that's inappropriate. Soon after Mr. Combs was charged, the parties began negotiating the terms of a protective order. During those negotiations, the government insisted over defense objection that certain videos obtained from victim 1 and depicting alleged freak-offs would not be electronically produced and would instead only be made available for in-person viewing while monitored by law enforcement. The government explained that victim 1, whose attorney gave these videos to the government, requested that they not be produced to protect her privacy and that the government would honor the request. To ensure we would receive discovery without further delay, the defense agreed to receive the discovery under these conditions, while reserving the right in the proposed order to late seek modifications of designations from the court. On October 7, 2024, the court so ordered the proposed protective order. After spending 4 weeks attempting to schedule viewing of the evidence, the defense was finally able to watch these videos under supervision of law enforcement on November 20th and December 13th. The evidence is 9 videos with 6 different sexual encounters, a lot of redacted information, and all 6 of these encounters, victim 1 is not only consenting, she is evidently happy, dominant, and completely in control. Apparently this lady was enjoying herself, is what the defense lawyers are saying. There's no evidence of any violence, coercion, threats. There's no evidence that anyone is incapacitated or under the influence of drugs or excessive alcohol consumption. There's certainly no evidence of sex trafficking. Rule 16 requires production of videos, and there is no good cause to withhold production. Rule 16 requires the electronic production of these videos. Specifically, the government must permit the defendant to inspect any and to copy data that is within the government's possession, custody, or control, and that is material to preparing the defense, as direct evidence undermining the core of the government's case. These videos are unquestionably material. and they're citing United States v. Clark, United States v. Stevens, United States v. Urena. Court's authority to enter or modify protective order stems from Rule 16d1, which provides that anytime the court may, for good cause, deny, restrict, or defer discovery or inspection or grant other appropriate relief. Under Rule 16d, the party seeking a protective order has the burden of showing that good cause exists for issuance of that order, and good cause remains the standard even where parties consent to a stipulated protective order. The government cannot meet its burden. There's no good cause to prevent the electronic production of these highly exculpatory videos because this case does not involve classified information or child P. There's no authority to restrict defense counsel's possession, review, or analysis of the videos. Moreover, any concerns regarding victim one's privacy interests are adequately protected by the remaining provisions of the protective order. There's no greater risk in granting defense counsel a copy of the files for the preparation of its defense under a suitable protective order than exists in government's maintenance and use of the files in preparation of its own case. So they're saying there's no privacy concern or anything like that for the victim one. Even if there was some remaining privacy concern, any hypothetical risk that the videos will be disclosed in contravention of this court's protective order is substantially outweighed by the real and substantial risk that Mr. Combs' defense will be hampered by limiting access to the videos. Wait, I don't understand. So this is all over them not having access to the videos? They're the defense lawyers. Who cares? They're able to watch it only under supervision? I kind of low-key agree with them. And I know it's kind of crazy to say this, but it's a piece of evidence. Give it over to defense. Plain and simple, right? The videos include audio recording, but much of it's inaudible on the device provided for inspection, and what is barely audible requires headphones to hear. On certain videos, the lighting is also very bad, and the images are quite dark and grainy. Mr. Combs needs to use defense experts, including experts who could enhance the quality of the audio and video and analyze the metadata associated with the videos, including when the videos were created or modified. The government has offered to use a neutral expert to enhance the audio and visual quality of the videos. This novel proposal is inconsistent with Rule 16 and due process, as it would restrict Mr. Combs for retaining and directing experts of his choosing and require him to unfairly preview his defense. It also does not account for the other ways Mr. Combs seeks to put the evidence to use. For example, Mr. Combs may need to show the recordings to other experts or witnesses. Mr. Combs will also need to extract portions of the videos to create trial exhibits, stills, and transcripts. All of these tasks will be impossible without obtaining copies of the video evidence. In sum, there's a much greater likelihood that the defendant would be harmed in his ability to prepare a defense by limiting access to materials on the government's terms that those materials will be further distributed by defense in contravention of the court's order.
Sorry, y'all. But in my opinion, they gonna have to expose everybody, all 6 or 9 people in the videos, or 9 videos, because they gonna have to make still shots, screenshots for Diddy's lawyers to break it down. So if this is what they want to do, okay, they gonna do it. You feel me? That's crazy. This entire case is crazy, and I'm okay with being wrong about Diddy. I'm gonna just be real. I'm okay with being wrong because what I'm hearing right now, I don't think they got nothing. You feel me? I think it just all. But again, it just makes me not trust the industry narratives and none of that no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay, and I'm happy if I am wrong about what I think Diddy is. You get what I'm saying? I'm completely fine with that. But let's see. Yeah.
Surprised the government wanted this protective order. I mean, because he just got arrested, 3 months ago, so this is all new. The trial does start in May, though. Like, you got to think about that. At some point, they're going to have to get a lot of this evidence. Right now, it's in 4 months, bro. Straight up. This trial starts in 4 months, and they don't have videos that are probably key evidence in this trial. And you know me, this is the first time I've pretty much ever agree with anything a lawyer for Diddy has said. The video constitute exculpatory Brady material, and the restrictions on Mr. Combs' ability to use them in his trial preparation violate due process. Brady also requires the government to produce copies of the videos. Under Brady, the government has a constitutional duty to disclose favorable evidence to the accused, or such evidence is material either to guilt or to punishment. It is troubling that the government had this evidence since December of 23 and nonetheless brought these charges. The evidence refutes the claim that victim 1 was forced to participate and can only be square with her account if one assumes, as the government apparently does, that certain women cannot consent despite all indications to the contrary. Jesus, the way some of these lawyers word things, bro. They're so confident, arguing that when women are motivated by the loss of their livelihood and housing or experience abuse outside freakoffs, they cannot consent. The government's view also depends on the characterization of freakoffs.
What? So a woman can't consent to have sex if the motive is because she broke, homeless, messed up. She can't consent. So even if she offer you the coochie and give it to you to come stay at your crib, and it's a well understood situation, She can't do that. I thought women's body, they choice. What happened to that? Now y'all trying to tell them they can't use. You know what? I'm more pro women's rights than the government that the women voting for.
Is dirty, disgusting, or inherently unsavory, and therefore must be involved some amount of coercion. The premise that freak-offs are inherently dangerous shows that the government seeks to police non-conforming sexual activity, and that it assumes, despite all evidence to the contrary, that a woman's willing participation must have been coerced. Any fair-minded viewer of these videos will quickly conclude that the prosecution of Mr. Combs is both sexist and puritanical. They just called the government sexist. It is sexist because the government's theory perpetuates stereotypes of female victimhood and lack of agency. The prosecution reflects a paternalistic view that the government is here to protect women who cannot be trusted to make their own decisions about sex and are not capable of consenting to sex that the prosecutors view as outside the norm. So they're saying just because it's dirty and kinky and shit, they're just being sexist, and they're...
Nah, what he really did was just smack the shit out the goddamn lawyers, out of the prosecution, for trying to use that woke narrative, and actually, I don't know for sure, but from what the documents say, this was a able-bodied, willing participant. That's crazy.
They have high moral ground. What the fuck is this trial, bro? This is gonna be so weird in court. These videos depict clearly consensual sex among willing adults in decades-long relationships and fundamentally undermine the government's case and victim women's claims. They are unquestionably Brady material, notwithstanding the government's outlandish theories, and we anticipate that the undisclosed audio portions and metadata will contain Brady material as well. At a minimum, they are certainly not ultra-sensitive materials that need to be subject to extreme restrictions outside the normal course of discovery in criminal cases. So I was saying it violates his due process rights to not hand this over. Because there's no good cause to restrict defense counsel's access to the videos, and because the videos must be disclosed pursuant to Brady and Rule 16, we respectfully request that the protective order be modified to require the government to electronically produce the videos. And now it's all up to the judge to decide if they're going to require the government to hand over these videos. And honestly, I know everyone hates Diddy and done some fucked up shit. Why not just hand it over at this point? I mean, what do you have to lose? No matter what, you're gonna have to find a jury, and a jury is gonna have to look at all this. If Diddy even did 1% of what he's accused of, he's evil as fuck.
Man, my opinion, I know. Shout out to Cuff Boys for that video, but in my opinion, it's just ironic that Tory Lanez get a BS case thrown on him. He go to jail. YSL. Melly been in jail for 6 years. 6 years, and he a mistrial, and they still, you get what I'm saying? Like, and now Diddy, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, bro. Something just ain't right, and it's a little fishy to me. And I tell y'all, I got a conspiracy theory of mine, so if you got one too, man, leave it in the comments, let me know. If you think I'm tripping, leave in the comments, let me know. But also let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? And hit the bell notification. Y'all get all my post notifications. Till next time, gang. I'm out.
Take off on the flight, slimy and muddy, that's just what I like. I be sipping on mud. Bitch, I come from the mud.